Top of the morning to you. Holy smokes, there's music playing all over the place. Hey, I'm Michael, or as the grandkids call me, Roo. If there ever was a morning for a cup of strong black tea, make mine a Builders. They're not a sponsor yet. I'm sipping away, and you know what? I got to show you something here. Thank you. I'm going to say good morning in just a second. Let me see if I can switch to the desk here for 1 second. Got a wide shot of the desk. There's a reason for that. See there? It didn't even happen. So there it is. So there's not a wide shot of the desk. So forget it. I don't know where it is, so don't worry about it. All right, but there's the desk. You see all these brushes right here. You know, last night in the auction, I wrote down 2:57. I was going to set the clock for the auctions at 2:57. Little did I know that would be the time that I would actually go to bed. 2:57. We had house guests that arrived last night at 2:37. So I spent about 20 minutes with them and said, hey, if you're going to eat something, eat it now, and we're out of here. And I'm on my way this morning to make some pancakes for a bunch of teenagers, and right here in this household. Sounds fun, I know. Hey, so we're here. Let me say good morning to some of you. Thank you for being on the show this morning. I am most blessed that you guys are here. Thank you so much, Denise Albright. Thanks for jumping on right away. Notice the show's arranged a little bit. My picture-in-picture is on the other side this morning, and there's a reason for that. I'll explain everything that I've had to do from the auction last night, which was, thank you so much. It was Carol's fault that she said, let's just auction off a few more things here. Carol is a wonderful, wonderful list maker, and she said, I think we should, we made it to 15, 16 items, then we got to 18. I said, okay, I didn't know, I'm not counting. She was just making down numbers to put names with, and she said, let's just get to 20. And I'm going like, what? And then, of course, I told a story, so it really is my fault. But anyway, it was fun being there. The desk is a little different this morning. If you're just joining Roodoodles Live, we've been doing this for 340-something days. Not straight in a row, but a lot of that. And there's classes, and the classes are coming back up in October. And man, do I have some good news for you. This mug right here, this diner mug, the one that I like, the cream color, the heavy one. Diner mugs are great because they're two-handed mugs. They help you keep your hands warm by using them with both hands. They're thick. They keep the drink hot. You can milk a goat in one. You can you can use it if someone snatches your purse in 25 feet. Come on, you can take them out with this mug. I'm not selling them as self-defense items, but yeah. Maybe in a survival mode, you could conk a bunny in the head or throw it in the trash and have to dig it out, which I've been doing here lately. So, hey, look, these mugs are going to be available early fall. I just got a call from the printer, and I said, I've give up hope. Let's just go another direction. And in 15 minutes, he said, you're not going to believe this. He sent me a copy of the email from the shipper who said, hey, they shipped. We're in good shape. Now, they're not to me yet, but they're being printed. And So good news is they put this logo on the mug. You can see me over here in this. It's the rooster head, my rooster head that I paint. And then then they put it in the kiln for another 3 hours. And I've asked them on some of the mugs coming up to put the rooster on both sides for those of you who are left-handed. So friends can see the rooster and you can see it while you sip. So I'm working on that, but the mugs will be on the way this fall, probably in time for our first class, which will be fun. And I'll set up the class registrations and all that. I'm going to do a class early October. And it should be just really, really, really fun. And I should have some new paintings to show you as we skip around the country. Let me say hello, top of the morning to you. Denise, I said hello. Jean Anthalzer, thank you. Karen Piker, thank you for being on the auction last night. Denise and Jean and Karen Bender, thank you always for your encouragement and just pleasantness on the show. Gailey B., good morning to you, watching from the Philippines. Well, blessings on you. Glad you're here. That's a long way off. So we're glad you're on the show today. Deborah Lynn Talbert, thanks for being on the show. Deborah says, yawning. I see that yawn and I raise you 3 because, like I said, I went to bed at 2:57. And then I got up a little, after 7:30 this morning and thought I need to find out if there's some water here to wash my face and comb my hair and brush my teeth and greet the day. Bob Henry said, morning from the kind of good tired. Ooh, I love it when you're good tired. That's a great farm saying right there. I'm tired and I'm good tired. When I come out of the blacksmith shop, I am tired, but I'm good tired. Last night I went to bed good tired. So thank you, Bob. Laurie Belushi, thank you for being on the show. I appreciate it always. From sunny Attica, New York. Barbara Mayer, Skeeter Powell. He says, let's go, Roo. Skeeter was up late, too, because he texted me at way into the hours of the morning. And so did Michael Ashburn. Amy Roach, thanks for being on the show. Fun auction last night. Thank you for making it fun. Thanks for everybody. You know, there were 1,200 and something comments, and some of those were bids. Some of them were just encouraging to each other. You go, you get it. Yeah, ooh, what, da, da, da. I loved it. Lisa Bryant, thank you for being on the show. Love the Celtic music. I love that my own self. And I'm not even, Carol was the McKibben in the family. She's got the clan. She carries the clan. Jason Nicholas says, good morning, peeps. Awesome last night. He didn't have to sell his bed, so he had a good night's sleep. Jason, of course, you know, not only does he keep a run of puns and humor going, but he also sees life through a different lens, and architects do. But he was setting up a lemonade stand and selling fruits and vegetables in his tennis shoes. Welcome on the show. Pat Brooks, good after the late night auction hangover. Yeah, no kidding. Pat was on the show last night. Sorry I missed the auction. My Buffalo Bills is that money with Buffalo on it? I got a Buffalo nickel. Gene, Sandy Rowe, thanks for being on the show. You know, it's funny because in this art world, I don't see a lot of sports, but every now and then when I see somebody say game on, I think, let's the auction. But I know there are people out there who actually watch sports. I even talked about last night being in decathlon, and I had not been in, I don't even think sports anymore because my life is wired with people and writing and building and painting and making and editing video. And yesterday doing voiceover after voiceover for some clients. And so, hey, it's great stuff. I love it. Morning from Southeast Minnesota. My granddaughter and I are doing art together today and headed to the county fair. Get out of town. Oh, my goodness. So, Sandy Rowe and granddaughter, welcome to the show and have fun at the fair. And don't eat that cotton candy because it's not good for your teeth. But come on, who could resist maybe a funnel cake at the county fair or cheesecake dipped in chocolate on a stick? Yeah, they sell that at the fair. I'm not sure I want any, but all right. Diane Sofa, thanks for being here. Cloudy day in Northeast Florida. Yeah, I'm heading down that way soon, and I hear you got a little bit of a storm kicking in. Linda Lawless, Skeeter Powell again. Jay Berg, good morning on the show. Jay, I don't mention your name very often, but I'm certainly glad to have you here this morning. Alice Durham, love it. Thank you for being on. Dolores says, love the auction last night. And hey, Roo, from my visit to upstate. Hi, Roo, from my visit to New York State. June Jones, tropical storm is targeting the Panhandle. I saw that. And as a matter of fact, I'm supposed to go down to the Panhandle. So we'll see what happens on the Panhandle. I'm actually in the Gulf, I think, just for a couple of days. I'm going down to shoot some video for a client. Did you join Roo's Crew Facebook group? She's talking to somebody. Becky Bailey has got a couple things coming to you. The luckiest person on Roodoodles. I'm going to give away two things today. And Becky, if it rolls up on your name, I'm going to skip over you. I'm just warning you right now. Nancy Catlett, thanks for this. And looking forward to the 27th. Yes, I'll mention that again. August 27th is the David's Table, the Camp David, not the political Camp David, but I'll talk about it more. How much did you make last night? Marie wants to know. Enough to take Carol out to a nice restaurant. So I don't know. We'll total that later. It was getting like $257. And if I did know Marion, I probably wouldn't tell you because that would be the auctioneer's demise. All right. So morning from Ann Wester. But you know what? It's a great way to sell art, but it also comes down to about $20 a painting when it's all said and done. Because I get excited and I start throwing paintings in there and then so they go for $60. But I look around and I go, well, there were 5 paintings together in there, little ones, but still they go. So, you know, that's not the important part for me. So it's kind of fun. I love it, the fact that you guys will share some with family. It's a good way for Roodoodles to get himself out there and get known more because that's what makes the internet work. That's what makes this community work. You're inviting people all the time. That's what makes this more fun. It's what allows us to do things like auctions coming up where we do have scholarship monies that go out to people and we do raise money. And I'll tell you exactly how much we raised for David's Table auction, the Camp David, when that happens, because I think you need to know how much was given and say, we're going to do one of these next year or the following year. And so it's going to be fun when you sell art and it goes to a good cause. And then last night, I thought Carol was a pretty good cause. The greatest cause I know. We've been married for 47 years. So there you go. Ann Wester, good morning to you. Valerie, thank you for being on the show and bidding and buying last night. Randall Taylor Craven, welcome. Linda Schneiding, you had a funny comment last night. I laughed about it when I laid my head on the pillow. It said, my husband's gone to bed. He took his wallet. I guess I'm done. That is great writing. Thank you very much. Made me laugh. Beverly Schmidt, welcome. All right, here we go. Lisa Joy, and I'm going to mess up this last name. Great Scott. It's Subcritium. I have no idea. Phonetically spell it for me someday or send it to me in an email. I love it very much. Thank you for being on the show. June Jones, Lynn Burr. All right, let's jump ahead here. Ann Gillette, thank you. Ann's quite an artist. Laura Abbott, glad you're on the show. May it be a good day and may it be blessed. I'll take that blessing. Boom. Fern Skelly, good morning and fun auction. Fern was in the auction last night, and Fern also... I remember Fern as I walked by the big South Austrian or Australian fern we have downstairs. Had to farm it out last night. Schaumburg, Illinois. I've been there, but at a grooming seminar. Oh, I hope that's for your dog. Okay. Debbie Bennett, welcome to the show. All right, here we go. I'm going to jump ahead and let's paint some. Joanne Zelka, thank you. Is it Zelka? Thank you for being on the show from New Jersey. Sharon Caldwell. Left-handed friendly mugs, yippee. I'm sporadic as well due to work. Yeah, well, I know that feeling. Lori Handels, Standermeyer Henderson. Glad you're on the show. Pat Lightbody, thanks for being here. Barnacell Barton, I thought of you last night. I painted and sold a Rube Goldberg. All right, let's get busy because I've got a crazy day to tell you here. I'm going to jump ahead. Some of you are just piling on here. There's Irma. Irma talked about you last night. And Irma says hello. I think she said hell all in her response, but I get the meaning, Irma, because you're the sweetest lady I know. Irma's a giver, by the way. She'll just send you something for the sake of a hat drop. I mean, she'll go, oh, I found that. I'll send it to somebody. Boop. That's kind of the people that you are. So blessings. So let's just get right off of the bat. First thing this morning. Here we go. For the amount of people that are on right now, which is quite a few before this list gets too long, I'm going to give away two. I said two. Yasutoma brushes on this Saturday morning. There they are right there. Let's just start off with a giveaway for those people who said, oh, I slept 10 minutes late. I'm going to give away a 1 and a 3. They look like this right here. Yasutoma brushes. They're going to come to you. Kim Sheets has a couple coming. She was the last winner. They're going to come to you from Cheap Joe's Art in Boone, North Carolina. Brian's team, Brian, Megan, Joe, all those people up there, they'll walk through. They'll grab those brushes. The brushes actually come from California. Torrance, California. They're shipped into Boone because Cheap Joe's Art is a place that sells a lot of Yasutoma brushes. So they partner up on a lot of things. They sent me brushes to say, we love your community. We love the people sharing with one another. We love what they're talking about. And we love that you're painting watercolor with bamboo brushes, with Yasutoma brushes. And so we'd like to give you some brushes. So that's how that came about. So I'm passing on the goodness from those people, Yasutoma and from Cheap Joe's. So here's what happens. I'm going to just scoop up a name right now, and I'm going to just pull around. You know what I'm going to do? It's easy to go to the top and bottom here. It's everybody, anybody but Becky Bailey, because she's won twice in the last couple of weeks. So here we go, and scoot it. And it is Kathy McCreary, Kathymcreary. Kathy, if you will send me an email, got to send me an email at roodoodles@gmail.com. Kathy McCreary, if you'll send me an email at roodoodles@gmail.com, I will, Kathy McCreary. I'm going to put you down as the winner of today. There's my list on the wall, so I know what I'm sending to Cheap Joe's. Kathy McCreary, send it to roodoodles@gmail.com. I'm going to send you, or you'll get in the mail, 2 bamboo brushes from Cheap Joe's, from Yasutoma, which is Yasutoma Art Supplies out of California. Really cool. I'm going to give away something else in the show today, so don't go away. Let's put on a little music and let me paint, okay? Because I need to paint something here. let me just, and I found this piece of music last night during the auction, and I'm going to start painting with it because it seems so dramatic. Sue Kane in South Australia sent me this little painting of a fairy wren. It's a real thing. We have wrens here. We have house wrens. We have wood wrens. We have, just these little brown birds that are fussy. I call them the circus clowns. And so she sent me this little painting. And I got to tell you, this painting right here this is about 2.5 by 2.5. This is my business card size. My tape's over there, so it doesn't matter. But she sent me this little 2 by 2 painting. And it was the coolest, cutest little painting I had ever seen. And so it made me think, I should paint something larger today. That's how sometimes you just, you let the pendulum just swing way over. So, because it's easy to paint a little hen on here. Like if I just go here and I do a little bit of a rolled comb and a big old chunky hen come down like this, her back out. And hen's feathers, they don't droop down like roost feathers. They stay up there like that. And so, and then you got the little legs that come down and the little feet. And so I've got this, and the other leg is here, and the feet sort of in front of that one. See there? Then there's the wing drop down. And so I put this here. There's a little hen right there. And maybe she's got just a little bitty peep with her. And he's walking along, trying to be as cool as mom. And so there he is right there. So there's a little painting, and it's hard to see. But sometimes what I do is I'll just take a brush that's oversized a little bit. Or let me just get one of those little Yasutoma brushes, and I just paint this with water. And so it's kind of quiet. I haven't started the music yet, but I just wanted you to see how fast this could work, because I'm going to use this principle today on a larger painting. I'm just painting with water, just putting some water in there, and I'll get closer, don't worry, but I can't move my camera right now. There's a reason for that too. And I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to take a wet brush, and I'm going to let it dance a little bit in this ultramarine blue. So, and then I'm just going to touch that right here, and then just sort of hold this card up and let the blue run down. See that? See, it's running there and just moving around. I'm just painting by tilt-a-whirl. Those of you who are going to the county fair, ooh, don't get on that, okay? So, Sandy, if you take your granddaughter to the county fair, don't ride those rides that look like the guys put them together last night at 2:57 a.m. They said, hey, we got to get this together and make sure those bolts are all in there, because people are going to come by today and trust us with their lives. Okay. Of course, you might find out if you eat a corn dog. I don't know. But anyway, county fairs are a hoot, man. They are Americana at its best, and I love it. And I used to have some paper towels up here. There's one right there. I'll drop it down. So let me just grab a little bit of yellow. This is gamboge, and I'm going to go up in here, grab a touch of yellow, show you how easy this is to just do quick little paintings. These, of course, are my business cards. And there's that little right there. So now I'm done. I'm finished with that little painting, and I've signed it. He's ready to go. I'm going to put him right over there, because this morning I thought I'd paint something just a little larger in the time that I have with you. So here we go. I'm going to put on a fun piece of music, and here's what I'm going to paint with. Take a look. All right. This is it right here. Somewhere in this mix, there is, good grief, a number 28 American Journey brush. Look at this. This is American Journey. This is number 28. Big brush. This is a number 10. And is that 18 times bigger? No, I don't know how they number these things. This is a large Kilimanjaro brush, and it's a CC2. And this is, I think this is the 100. I'm pretty sure this is the 100, and I might even throw this brush in right here. I think this is the, this is going to be the JB, this is a JB 900 right here. And I got to tell you what JB stands for. It's not jumbo brush, it's Japanese brush. But I said, oh, it's a jumbo brush. Look at this brush, is that cool? And of course, this is a hockey brush, or a hockey brush, for those of you people that play the game up there. It's pronounced like the game. And notice this is a small, and it's by Cheap Joe's Art Stuff out of Boone. So I might use it. This is a General's Layout pencil. This is the Lamy. It's Lamy pen. And this is a pen that I'm not going to recommend, because it's still got some bugs in it until we have a conversation. But I'm going to use it today. It's a noodle or a doodle pen. And I said noodle, but it's Noodle Doodle Fiddle Piddle is the name of the book. Okay, so now I need some paper. Let me get and here we go. Going to put a little music on. And thanks for last night. It was fun. I appreciate you saying that. Love to try the brushes. Adeline says says no cotton candy. Did he say no cotton candy? Adeline, it's a joke. Everybody has to have cotton candy. But the white tastes more like vanilla. The pink tastes a little like a chrysanthemum. And the blue, well, oh, that's what you should eat. Tastes like the sky. There you go. Okay. And it's not my call anyway. Christine, thank you for being on the show. Christine Marie, Nigel Minner. I never used them. It would be wonderful to try them. Yep, sorry. I'm going to keep giving them away on the show for a while. I've got a while until they all run out. They sent me a boatload. Not a whole boatload, but no tilt-a-whirl. Whoo! A bolt blew off, almost hit me. I've been struggling to paint a squirrel in a line and wash style. You know, it's hard to get squirrels to stand in a line. Boom, Christina Marie, I heard what you said there. Okay, here we go. Let's do. Let me show you what I'm painting on right here. So remember, I had that little bitty painting. So take a look at this. I don't know if you've ever. And the reason my camera's up so high is this reason right here, because I'm going to bring in this board right here with this piece of paper on it. There it is. Let's see if I can find a way to set it down and make it work without setting it on something. There it is right there. This piece of paper is, here's how big it is. Take a look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a big old hunking piece of paper. I've got it clothespined on there, but I'm going to turn it loose so I can move it around. So there's the bottom and there's the top. And so I think I'm just going to do this big old gigantic roo on this paper. I haven't painted a big roo on this show in a long time. Here's my computer over here. You can see my whole desk setup, which is a little backstage ugly. It's just the way it is, folks. Get over it. And clothespins out of the way, some tea and some inspiring music. Here we go. He's going to be a big roo, and I think he's going to be looking to my left. So I'm going to put him over that way. This is a huge piece of paper. It is Canson, 140 pound. And what got me inspired by big paper was, I got to tell you this, listen, I was at Cheap Joe's and taking a tour with Megan, and she said, oh, I laid something on the desk you might want. It wasn't this piece of paper, but it's a 300-pound piece of Kilimanjaro, 300-pound piece. And that doesn't mean it weighs 300 pounds, but this is 140, and look at that. I mean, you can balance it almost on its end. This is a big piece of paper, though. It gives you an idea of just how big it is. Take a look. There it is right there. Look at this. Okay, that's going to be awesome. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take out a layout pencil because I don't care if the pencil, well, I'll take a regular pencil or maybe both. And I'm just gonna go in here, put on some music that inspires me a little bit. And I found this piece last night that was real instrumental, and I liked it. Here it is. If it plays. Maybe it's not going to. There it is. Oh, yeah. How many gnomes would fit on that paper? A bunch. Somebody has. Who has that, Karen? All right, here we go. Well, I'm using a pencil on this big piece of paper. I think I'm going to take him here. I think he's going to be kind of stalwart. I'm going to do his beak up like that. Oh, man, look at the size of this guy, huh? Oh, this dude is big. Why don't we put a brush in his hand? I think that's good. Like the Roos on my book, on the Hey Roo, What's a Wheelbarrow book when I sign those. So we'll take a big old brush out here. And I'll do this, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Here we go. And then we put a little ferrule up here, right there. And then we come out like this. Oh, that's perfect. And then maybe we just put a tiny little easel down here in the corner, like so. Knowing that I don't really paint on easels, but it's kind of fun. All right, so there's the Roo, and you probably can't see him, but I'm going to put a little bit of this pen in there so you can. Here's some feathers going out. Take a look at this layout pencil. Can you see that right there? I'm just going to leave these pencil marks in here because I think they look pretty dang cool, especially on a Roo this size. Should have just sketched him in this, huh? All right, so there we go. That's a rough making of a Roo. You see that? All right. Look at that. He is, I got to tell you how big he is, just so you know here. Hold on. All right, so the Roo from top to bottom is, well, the paper is 24 inches. So I am doing a 2x2, 24 by, looks like 18. So there you go. So from tip to tip, he's about 17 and a half. You'll have to mat him a little bit, whoever owns this rooster. But he's from the top of his comb to the bottom of his toe, he's a full 20 inches. That's pretty good size root. All right, so here we go. Get out some kettle corn. Now we're talking at the county fair. Bring on the kettle corn. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. I love the fact that you all love the county fair. Okay, this is not music you would hear at the county fair. It's, but it sort of got me inspired to paint this morning. All right, here we go. Let's see. So, what do I need? I need to get out my paint. I think this will probably do it, huh? And you're going to go, we're going to be here all week. Actually, I could paint this pretty easily. I could paint this painting pretty easily with this little tin of paint. But I don't want to. I'm going to use something I haven't used in a long time. I'm going to use some of my liquid paints. And I'm going to reach in the box over here. And just because I want you to see them run, they're going to be fun. And we're going to use Dr. P.H. Martin's. Right here, we're going to use 4 colors. We're going to use maybe 5 colors. I don't know. We've got some gamboge. It's hydrous. This is not ink. Excuse me. This is not ink. This is watercolor. This is not alcohol-based ink. This is liquid watercolor. Concentrate mixed up. There's the yellow. Here's the red I'm going to use, which is, this is CAD red. What's this one here? This is permanent red. I'll see if we have some permanent red. We'll use that. This is ultramarine blue. There's my 3 primaries right there. Here is some lamp black. I'll throw that out there. And here's a little bit of, whoops, maybe not. Maybe out of, there's a little bit of white in there. Titanium white probably. So that should do it right there if that red's working. If not, I'll have to throw this one in. So I'm going to put these colors back over there. These are, well, I'll just get them so you can see what they are. Here it is. Dr. P.H. Martin is the liquid watercolor. There's my yellow, there's my blue, there's my red, a little bit of black just for the tail feathers, and some white maybe for accent. I may grab, I think I'm just going to use those colors, and whatever colors come out of that. Limited palette. Here we go. All right, set them back in the box. Here's why I'm setting those back in the box. I've been known to leave the lids loose and spill the whole cotton picking thing out all over creation, and it does not look good for me when I do that. Okay, so I'm going to grab this small 100 brush. This is a Kilimanjaro, a Yasutoma brush. It's the JB 110, I think. A nice lady named Karen led me to this brush. In fact, she actually sent it to me. She said, have you used the Kilimanjaro 110? She is a painter out in California who does some marketing for Yasutoma. And, they were watching me paint one day with one of their brushes going like, this dude uses this brush in a strange way. And I said, no, he's a strange guy. And so they got in touch, and it's really been fun. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just dancing some liquid on here, quite a bit, actually, more than I thought I was going to put. And I might as well just keep going. I'm liking how this dog's hunting. And so we'll just keep going down like this and just sprinkling some out. And just a little bit up here. You can't see it, I don't think, but if you begin to, oh, there it is, look. See the shimmer? And look what I've left. Like, see this right here? That's a holiday, people. Holidays are great for people, but they're also brilliant for art and space and light in your work. And that's right there out of the Noodle Doodle Fiddle Piddle book. I use these things all the time in my head. That's what the book's about. Is the book about how to do watercolor? Heck no. I never said it was. The book's about some rules of just in your life. Do you need holidays in your life? Yes, my wife is saying, when are we going to take a holiday? And I'm going like, we better take it sooner than later if you want to be happy with me. So here we go. Watch this. Get ready now. This is the part that I love very much. Get ready. I'm going to drop it from way up here. See how fun that dropped? Get out of there. Why are you not dropping? I think this, all right. This, whatchamacallit, is not working. The dropper. See all that great plan? And then my dropper didn't drop her. All right. Maybe it says I'm not going to drop till you put on some fun dropping music. All right, let's try this. Oh, there we go. It was the dropper all along. Look at that paint run. Is that not cool? Whoa. All right, so now I'm just going to drag some in here and let it just follow the water. Is that not awesome? Man, there is nothing more fun than just letting watercolor do what it does. Look at the tail. Who could have brushed it like that? Not I, says the man. But you know what I need in there? I need just a touch of black, I think. Let's see if I get a little bit of black in here. Boom, and boom, and boom. Not too much. Just let that dance. And I think I need a little bit of red in there, too. These colors hadn't been opened up in a long time. I'm not a very good maintenance of these colors. Whoa, there's some red right there. Now let's go back in here with a little bit of a dry brush. This is so fun to see, huh? Look at that. Now you know why I pulled the camera out. I want you to see the whole size of this coming together. And I'm just letting this kind of run together on its own. Put some little of that black and pick up shadowing underneath these wings like this. Maybe some little spritz going out. He's out in the wind today. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. What a great look. Okay, look, I get excited about this. I'm not making this up. This really happens when I paint with watercolor. Now, there's some of this is run over into the neck bone over here, and I'm going to get that out right now by just blocking a bridge. I need to just build a dam right here with the watercolor right there to stop it. And I'm going to go back in. I'm going to put some more water right here, but I don't want it to cross that dry spot right there. See, if you keep some of the space dry, it won't just run water everywhere. Part of learning to control watercolor, and this is what I'll teach a lot in the classes, is just literally a little bit at a time and add to it. Okay, so I think that's going to help you as you move through this. Now what I want to do is I want to just take a little bit of this yellow, kick this one up a little bit, clear out the little eyedropper. Oh, that's cool. Now, I didn't put any water in the beak, okay? And I didn't tape this paper down, and here's why. I'm gonna make a turn here just a little bit like this, and I'm gonna come over here and lean in, and I'm gonna get some of this, and I'm gonna paint this beak really kind of boldly with this big brush. Look at that right there. And then I'm gonna go get a little bit of this touch of this red, and I'm gonna put a spot right there and just make a little orange in that beak. See that? I just reached over and used my painting as the palette itself, and I'll come back over here and dance a little bit. Had a little bit of yellow on my brush. There's this Charles Reed, just kind of sling your brush and look what's happening. Some of that's going in there. Love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna pick up a little red right here again, just roll my brush in some of this red, and then come in here on the back of this root right here and just pick some of this up. I'm gonna have lots of red here to deal with in a minute, but I wanted some of this hackle feather up here around his neck to pick up some of that. Oh man. You see, don't fill the whole thing in. You're not in Miss Wilson's third grade class. You're not coloring and making it all work. You are, and if I want a little green, you are making a piece of art, and it's got space in it. It's got life. If you block it all in, it just becomes blah. Look at trees again, okay? You see light through them. You see dark. You see shadows. You see purples and reds and greens and blues. All right, now, that's pretty cool. Look what's happening here that I had no control over. I'm just going to let this run. This is branching out in what I call bleeding or mushrooming or a billowing out here. And it's got more purple in it than I ever thought would be. Why? Because this red and this blue have come together, and the black is giving them the hard edge around it. And I'm loving what's happening there. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm going to need a little bit of a different color to put with it down here. And I might put a little more of this purple down here on the bottom end of this root, just coming in like that. Just so those feathers are sort of getting bent up by life and dragging across the farmyard and riding in a tractor seat, whatever else this guy was doing. All right, a little bit red now. Let's see, I'm going to take some of this permanent red, and I'm going to go in right here, and I'm just going to scoop up the permanent red. And I'm going to put some right up here in the nose cone of this. That would be the part that leaves the ground first if you're a rocket. That's going to be the comb, nose comb. See what I did there? I just made that up right then, okay? Because that's how I am. I'm not right with myself. You know that. Thanks for the grace you guys offered me. And thanks for last night again. Holy smokes, that was fun. Carol and I went to bed. Phew. Especially after 2:57. It was tiring around here. Put a little bit right there. And then I'm going to get a smaller brush, but not much smaller. What the heck? Let's just use the big brush. And then I'm gonna come in here, and here's once again where I love to have the paper loose so I can just turn the paper. A little damp brush, not too much water, because I want this to be bold. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm just going to come down like this. That's nice music to paint too, isn't it? Look, I'm reaching way up here out of, so what happens if he runs, you're asking yourself, oh my gosh, he's way out there over the edge. What happens if he runs out of the lines? Nothing, doesn't bother me one bit. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how to avoid that in just a second. Let me run out of the lines right there. Oh no, he ran out of the lines on purpose. What was the guy thinking? Well, he's thinking that he wants his art to look loose. And so that's exactly what he was thinking. And so, need a little bit of green. Let's see, we're gonna need to go get some green. So let me jump in here and get a little blue right here. Let me get a little yellow right here. And then let me come in here with a little bit of green. See that right there? Just mixed, using my painting as the palette itself. I love that. Look at that line that comes down through there. Could have curved some of that black in right here, like right there, and gotten that feather in there. And then maybe a little couple drop feathers down here like this. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Now, ooh, I like that red that popped in there too. That's good. All right. Now it might be a little too much red coming down, so watch this. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna grab some of that red right there, and I'm gonna take some of it out. Just a little bit out, and I'm gonna go back and find myself some pristine gamboge. Let's just use a little bit of this right here. Wow, we are at Roo Town today. Oh, Bob, you'll appreciate this. Maybe you didn't see the quote, Don Topper said $33. Ah, love it, love it, love it. That is too funny, makes me laugh. Okay, Bob, of course, I'm gonna give him the cornfield, and he has agreed to make a donation to David's Table, Camp David. And I was going to say is that this is not about political pundits going and sitting on their big old lofty tail feathers and making up something or saying, we need some time off because we're so tired. It's not about that at all. The Camp David we're talking about is David's Table, folks. And if you don't know what come to the table means, come on. It is everything when you're dealing with folks in hospitality and life. And David's Table is an organization that works with a group of people that are special in more ways than one. And one is they have some disabilities that some of you and I don't have. And that's one is that many of them can't even get around by themselves. And so they go to camp in their illustrious potentate wheelchairs, and I call them their chariots. And some of these guys are amazing at what they do. And you got to just love their zest for life. And man, they don't see themselves, they just see themselves as normal people and want to be treated that way. And they know they need some help. They're welcome to help, but at the same time, it's awesome when they can go to camp and have some serious fun. So that's what the auction coming up on the 27th is all about. Look, they've got a board of directors. They have a serious organization, and they raise money all the time. It's very expensive to take support staff and move the chairs and have the vehicles that take these people to camp. And we're talking about a lot of people. We're talking well over 100 and maybe more than that coming from other counties and cities, not just Greenville. But at the same time, we want to see them go there and do that. So that's how we're going to just add a little to that. And so whatever the auction turns out, I've decided already that I'm going to send in my book. And went to bed having a great feeling about, and it's just little sketches, but people can gift them out and they can give them to donors. They can do whatever they want to do with them. So there are 24 little bird paintings in here. And so Fly Away, it says songbirds. And so there's a great scripture verse about Zephaniah 3:17 about the God of the universe singing over us. And I love it because I love music so much. And so I'm pretty excited about sending that on and letting it happen. All right, I need some yellow and red, and I'm just going to go pick up some right up here with this brush in this right here. Let me just go get some of that. Let me go get some of that, and let me just use my painting as the palette. I'm going to pull some of this red out anyway. I'm going to pull that yellow right there. I think this is going to give me plenty of orange to do the legs with. Look at that. So I haven't had to go back to the well really too many times. What I call the well, go back and um, pick up paint. And so you're thinking, wow, that's a whole lot of color for just a few drops of paint. You got to realize, look, I just ran into the brown there, and I kind of like that, how it wears into the leg. Is that kind of cool? Yeah, I think so. Man, this is a big old root. Hot dog, Granny. Oh, and man, I almost put my brush down in my tea. What the heck is wrong with me? Feels like I'm painting to something. I don't know what that is. Getting a little ethereal here. Yeah. Need some little black to come in right in here and just touch little areas right like this and let that get a green brown just take over on that yellow. That's pretty fun when you put black and yellow together and then the yellow breaks it up. Gives me a little bit of, look at this, and just come in here and punch this brush a little bit with my hand. There's some great spots in there. Need a little bit of that color right here too, I think on the front end. I don't want to leave that though. I'm liking where that's going. Let some shadow come down here again on this. Man, you know what? I might put this roux in the auction too. This might be my roux for, this might be my big roux. Somebody needs a big roux on the outhouse, the barn door. Popped in for a sec to say hi from the cowboy capital of the world. Roo's gone mad with a giant rooster. Obviously, I'll leave you all alone. Hey, Kelly Berger, thanks for being on the show. Lynn Clark Burr. I've been thinking about buying some DHPH Martin paint. Yes, you'll love it, man. It'll run away. No TTT? Okay, I'll break a rule for you, Skeeter Pal and Terry Tardy. So I'll go get a little Terry Tardy turquoise in just a second, and I'll drop it right there. That's what I'll do. Love using liquid watercolor sitting on the edge of my seat. The one I did not say. All right. Big enough to grace the side of a barn. My legs are titanium white and skinnier than a giant roux. I'm suing my legs for non-support. Yeah, your legs were sued a long time ago, Michael Ashburn. Michael Ashburn, my 140-pound friend who just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. My favorite in Noodle Doodle Fiddle Piddle is blessed for all the flexible they shall not break. Whoa, thank you so much. True story that goes with that too. Thank you, Laura. That is a true story of all the people that would come to me on the church and say, hey, I know you're going to do this. I know you're going to do this. I know you're going to want to not play the guitar all the time. And I know you're going to want to do this. And I finally said, holy smokes. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not break. And I said it in my mind, and I went and printed that up. That's a true story. Well, all these stories are based on truth. The storytellers, well, I don't. Michael Ashburn does. He embellishes a lot, but actually, it's a fun thing to do. To look at that, pull some brown out of there. It's a fun thing to be ADHD, fast brain, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. See, I just did it right there. Just pull that out. I need a little bit of green, and I need some good green. I got to go find some good green. Let's see. I need some yellow. I need some yellow in this brush. We'll get a little yellow right there. There's some yellow right there. I need to just pull some yellow. I've changed to a smaller brush, and I need some blue here. This is a Yasutoma brush. I'm going to get a little bit of blue right here, and then I'm going to see if I got some green that I wanted. Let's just test it right here. Oh, look at that. I did it. Without even guessing twice, look at that green coming down and I'm doing this to honor my friend Joe Miller. Just a little green brush in there. I'm going to put, there it is. I'm going to put a Cheap Joe's American Journey brush in his hand, even though it's painted with Yasutoma brushes, so they can find that out. And I love Yasutoma brushes. This will be a fun painting for them to kick around a little bit. I'm going to put a ferrule on this, and I think I'm just going to put a spotted color, maybe a little black in that right there, and maybe a little blue also just right here, and just bring it down and just let it kind of have a little bit. Oh, that looks good right there. And then I'm thinking the color on this should be, let's see, what's the color on this going to be? Color is on the brush. What is the roux painting? Let me see here. I need to pour myself another cup of tea. and let's see what the roof's painted. Here we go. Have a sip. Oh, it's simple. I got it. He's doing a self-portrait. There it is right there. He's doing a self-portrait. There it is. Need a little red. Get a little red up here. Do his comb right there. There it is right there. There's his waddle right there. Get a little bit of, wash that out just a little bit and get a little bit of this blue up here, way up there. This is going to be more black than blue, I think. Yep. But let's see if we find some clean blue on here. Oh, there's a little bit right there. I'm having to reach sporadically. That's a little too much black in there. Let's see if I can get some of that out. Erase. Boom. Did it. Oh, there we go. A little bit of red and black down in here like this. A little bit of yellow right in here. So that's a big inner. Oh, there it is. Look at that. There's a self-portrait in the little box. I'm so sorry I can't show you that with the way my camera's laid out this morning because it's way up here in the stratosphere. But I think you see where it went. Need a little bit of black around the back side of this here, darker, and a little bit split down right here like that. Oh, that's making that jump out like that. And then a little more here. This is what you can do. You can come back in watercolor. Notice I've used so much water on this that I've got a little bit of a buckle, and I don't really care because it's going to frame flat. And I'm going to finish this within 5 minutes here and then come in and put in some details. But I think I need a little bit of yellow and blue. I'm running out of blue. And I'm going to come in. Oh, there we go. Got me a little bit of grass here. Need a little bit more blue. Let's just grab a little of this black blue and put it in there. That's giving us some darker greens right there. Maybe a little more of that right there. Just a little more water. It doesn't have to be much to just show the earth, right? All we got to do is ground this Roo a little bit so it doesn't look like he's standing with both feet in mid-air, which is where we would be if we went to a political camp, David. Yeah, I made a political statement right there. I do it every now and then. You just kind of slip away. And so pray for our country, people. Does our country need it? Lord of mercy, yes. All right. I need a little bit of purple. What I threw my brush down, and I didn't mean to do that. Here it is right here. I need a little bit of purple somewhere. There's some right there. Just to add a little shadow underneath here, because shadows sometimes are purple. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so there we go. I like it. Now I'm going to have to reach and find some Terry Tardy turquoise, and I got to do the eye. But before I do that, I'm going to take my layout pencil, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to do some layout work with this pencil, just like this right here. And put some toenails on there. This is that 555 layout pencil. I love this pencil. I don't use it much. My daughter uses this pencil as one of her #1 watercolor painting tools. Just unbelievable what she does with it. But look at this. Remember I told you, some of you said, that crazy guy ran out of the lines up there. I think I've put all these back in the box. I think I'm done with them except for this white. I'm going to use a little of that in a second. I think what I'm going to do is come in here, right here. Hold on 1 second here. This could be good. I'm not sure, but it could be. And I'm going to show you what happens if you run out of the line. Well, the line was just kind of there for me anyway. So I'm just going to come back and draw the line around the paint. Yeah, I've told you that story, about the young kid who was the archer out in the field. The guy said, oh my gosh, who is the archer here? He drove by this old barn and the barn was painted with all these bullseyes and the arrows were right in the middle. And he goes, I got to find out who this archer is. I got to write a news story about him. So he pulls up to this old farmhouse and literally it's 200 yards across. And there's this barn and he sees this bow on the porch. He sees this little kid and he said, who's the archer? And the little boy goes, I am. He said, oh my gosh, you're brilliant. He said, can I see you shoot? And he goes, well, sure, I guess. Dad. The dad comes out through the screen door, cup of coffee, hair of must, non-shaved. He said, what is it? He said, this man wants to see me shoot. He said, your son do those shots? He goes, yeah, he sure did. He said, well, can I see him shoot? I write for a newspaper. I'd like to write a story about this man. He said, sure, yeah, go ahead, watch him shoot. And so the little boy goes over and he gets an arrow and he knocks the arrow up, and he pulls it back like this and he holds up that little bow. He aims at the barn and he lifts it way up like so. And then, twang, he lets it fly, and they all three are watching as the arrow goes screaming across the road, across the fields, across the other field, over the fence, and boom, into the barn. Ding! And the man goes, well, he didn't hit the bullseye. He goes, well, hold it, I'm not done yet. The old man runs out, jumps in his truck, drives over through the gate, over the field, through the barn. He jumps out of the truck, and he paints a bullseye around that arrow. Sometimes you bring the lines in after the painting, then you don't worry about running out. Don't you love it how that comes together so well, just like that? I love it. I love it when that happens. I took my Lamy pen, pronounced like mommy in the words of John Robert Small, and I came in there and I created some marks, and I created this. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to create some little hair follicles just out of this ink, and if there's still wet ink in there, I'm just going to let it run. And I'm just going to bring in a little of that darkness right on the ends of these pencil ones like this. Just some dots in there on the legs and the feet. And then let's put AJ on the brush. American Journey. And then we got to put some color in the brush, and I'm still deciding what color to do. And like this right here, I'm just going to go around this beak with a little bit of pen, just a wobbly pen too, reaching way out here, but look, it's working pretty well. Put a couple little scratch marks in there, and on here, put some wiggles. All right, this roux is about ready to, let's see, I need to grab a paint right here. Oh, I got it. Didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I know now. There it is. I'm introducing the color right now as we speak. There it is right here. A little dramatic music, please, for Andrew's Turquoise, or as we call it on this show, Terry Tardy Turquoise. Got a little bit of it riding right here in this pan. Look at that, stirring it up right now. There it is. That's going to be my brush. Put a little here like it's dripped back on his hand. That's where we're going to get that to be. Use it as an accent color. A little more water, a little more Terry Tardy, and let's do a splash. Grab a pencil and let's just do a little splatter around there like that. I'm loving it very, very much. I think it needs to be just a little bit larger here. There we go. Oh, that's good. Okay, and maybe some down here. A little one bit more here, just a splatter. And I think I need a little bit of blue splatter in the sky. Let's see if we can get some. Right there's a little bit. Nope. This is kicking back a little bit. I'll run that down. Do I have any blue that's alive and well? There's some right there. Oh, yeah, nice. Roll that in. Need a little splatter here. Need a little touch of blue-green. Come on, just need a little more blue without opening up the bottle one more time. Need some here. All right. That's not bad right there. And let's give it a little bit of dirt down here on the ground, and it's just a little touch of this shadow underneath coming out of right here. Just using my painting as the palette is a great way for all my color to be consistent and congruent. You see, sometimes we go and we introduce another color like I did here, but this makes sense to introduce it here because it's the painting color. And so it's somewhere laying in his palette, and we all buy that theatrically. So that's kind of what has to happen in the making of a story. See, I just made that story up right then, and y'all went, dang, he was thinking about this. Not really. Well, I was too. But I like just pretending that I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. It's really fun. All right. And sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. All right, there we go. Ha ha ha. All right, here we go. What do I got to do right now? I've got to change something. Let's beef up this brush just a little bit. Wrong pencil. Let's go in and get this layout pencil, and let's beef up the handle of this brush. There it is right there. Now, the last thing I got to do is see if I can find some white paint in this little jar here. And I think what I'm going to do is just dip this brush down in there and just grab a little bit of this titanium white, oh baby, and see how it splatters just a little bit. Start gently. Oh yeah, just some beauty marks up and around and down here and just around like that. And a little bit up here, just a couple little white streaks to show that the sun is kind of shining off. There we go, look at that, see there? Just a little sunshine marks, okay? All right, I think this painting is done, and I think I'm done. And it's been a long time, people, since I've taken a whole hour and painted one painting. Well, two if you count that first little painting I did, which was huge. All right, I'm going to wash out that brush and drop it back in. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this Roo yet, but I'm going to sign it right here with a big old pen. Let's see if this pen lets me sign right here. Roodoodles. Roodoodles.com. Michael. I actually wrote my full name on there. 2021. Okay, there it is right there. And I'll come up with the caption shortly and finish this thing, and I'll be out of here like a herd of turtles. I like it. I think it's fun. Sometime just branch out there. What do I say all the time? Paint quick, paint small. Whoops. But every now and then, all that small painting, and here's the gist of my story today. All of that small painting that you do, getting control over water, watching it run on the paper, learning that you haven't messed it up, just go with it, lighten up, okay? What may happen is that you may find yourself willing to start a bigger painting. Don't panic. It's just a tad more water and it's a tad more color. Could I have painted this entire painting with this? Yes. Would it have taken me a little longer? Maybe. Could I have painted it with this? Yes. That's probably enough paint in this pan to paint this rooster. I just did it in fast motion because I wanted you to see it. I wanted you to see it. Now, there's still a lot of water on here. Look right up here. Can you see this? I'm still got paint running. Can you see that water run into those? And I'm going to just make sure it gets out in the right place like so. I love that so much right there. That just makes me laugh every time I see it. I just love it. We'll go in here with a little more dark around this and a little touch right here. I see a little place that I want to adjust in just one more minute to go. And I got one more giveaway that I said I was going to do, so it's coming up on the show right now. Ooh, and I just splashed some paint. And I love it so much when that happens, okay? Boom. That's why I have on this white shirt. Okay. All right, so there we go. He's 24 by 18, and he uses the entire piece of paper. I haven't captioned him, but I will do that soon. And I'm just going to do some cross-hatching right under here like this. I'll come back in and probably touch that with a brush. No, I won't. I'm going to do it right now and be done with this. I'm not going to pick up a brush on this again. So I don't know if I'll sell it. I don't know if I'll give it away. I don't know if I will pass it off to the auction. I'm going to do something. I want smaller work in the auction so people can ship it easy and it can sell. But there it is right now. All right, so I'm going to draw a, I'm going to do something. What am I going to do? Walk away from the painting is perfect. Thank you, Kathy. I'll do it. Put the brush down and buck away from the easel. All right, here we go. Every painting has an ugly stage, Linda says, but yeah, and you just have to let it go and let it do its thing. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do with this painting right here. First of all, I'm going to give something away, then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with this painting. I think what I need to do with this painting is real simple, since y'all saw it. Here's what I have. This little palette, you know, I love these things. I love the little tin that you put in your bug out bag. And so here we go. Thanks for saying it's a great lesson today. I appreciate it. Jason, all of you guys on the show. Ann Wester, thank you. Here we go. Take a look at this. This is the Nomad little travel bag right here from Cheap Joe's. And it's got a tin in it. I'm not going to put paint in this one, but there it is right there. There's the little tin. Whoops, this one doesn't have it in there, but I'll see that you get some little mini, I'll see that you get these in. I'll find you one with the little mini rack that goes in it. 6 of these little half pans will fit in there. I'll put 6 of them in for it. No paint. It's going to come to you. It goes in this little bag. It's great to take with you if you're on a travel journal. If you're working on a travel journal, if you're traveling, it's going to be a fun thing. It's from American Journey. And here we go right here. I'm scrolling all the way up to the top and then all the way back, down halfway, then back, then up, then down to the bottom. Last comments. Thanks for loving the show. I appreciate you all being on the show this morning. A lot of people here riding the herd. All right, it's going to be a name. The first name that I see when I turn around, I'm going back, forth. You can actually see my fingers here. Yeah, you see, oh, look, way over in the corner, you can see the scrolls going all the way up and all the way down. If you look under my right shoulder. See it right there? It looks like my left shoulder from where you are. But all right, so here we go. And last spin, and kaboom. It stopped, and I'm looking over, and I see Dana Smith, Daynasmith. Dana Smith. There's not a picture here. So Dana may be visiting the group today. Dana Smith, if you're still on the show, send me an email. Daynasmith. Dana Smith, and I got to tell you something really funny about this, okay? I got to tell you. Dana Smith, if you see, or if you're still on the show, send me an email at roodoodles@gmail.com, and I will, with your address, and I will mail you this little Cheap Joe's tin that makes a nice little tin to hold paint in if you go. And here's where this fell between June Jones, and then Dana, then Karen, and then ready for this, Becky Bailey. Becky, we're all going to follow you around, and we're all going to buy lottery tickets. You are the luckiest person I've ever seen, but you were actually 2 away from the winning name for some reason. So I don't know if you just post a lot or if my computer just goes and stops there. But anyway, thanks much for you. Okay, hey, it's been a blessed day to you be a part of this. Here is what I'm going to do with the Roo. I'm going to sign it. I already did. I'm going to write a caption. And I think it's going to be called, I know what it's going to be called right now. Here it is. Ready? Can you see me write it right here? Watch this. Come to the table. Yep. That's it. Come to the table. I'm going to give it to the auction as my second painting to go to the auction for the kids at camp. So it's a 24. I'll have to put it in a tube, mail it, but it'll get there safely, Lord willing. It's called Come to the Table. So for David's table and also for Camp David, it'll go in the auction on August 27th. Hey, join me Monday. I'll be on the road, but I'll do a limited short show for you. I appreciate you guys being a part of Roodoodles. Thanks for sharing my page. Would you do that? Would you just send it out and let people know what I do, the painting that I do, and that we have fun on this, and that you're a community of people who honestly make a difference in the world, and I believe that with all my heart. And so thank you for being a part of this. It's been a blessing and a blast, and so thank you so very much. Can a man let a painting alone? No, quit. Come to the table. There it is. And I am out of here like a herd of turtles. Let me go back up here, get my harmonica. Where is it? I got to get out of here. All right. Here we go.